All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening, teachers, teachers. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. So, wait lang po muna tayo while we are um, waiting for other tutors or other teachers. Okay? Okay, so let's just wait for others. Okay. Ayan. Maghintay lang po muna tayo sa iba ha. Sa iba pa mga teachers na dadating. Let's just wait. Please mag-comment down naman kayo kung andyan kayo. Let's check our attendance. Yan. Okay, so again, good evening to everyone. Good evening to all teachers. So, thank you so much for joining with me in our live session for tonight. Okay, so ngayon, ang topic natin for this live session is all about the tips on how to pass your demo lesson in ENGOO. But again, as what I've mentioned in one of my posts, this is not just applicable for all ENGOO aspiring tutors, but this is also applicable for all tutors who are having their demo lesson or who will be having their demo lesson in other ESL companies. So I hope that these live session will be productive not just for me but also for you as a tutor, so that you can learn something. Okay, so the tips that I will be sharing to you is really based on my experience. So it is also what I have applied in my own experience, in my own demo lesson. All right. So I hope this will really help you a lot. Okay. So now, please let me know that you are here. Please do comment below. Say present. Say present. Okay. So I will read some questions and comments later after our presentation. Okay. Because what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you a recorded video, wherein I'll be sharing to you the tips on how to pass and also a video on how your demo should looks like. Okay, so let's just wait for the other tutors because I know marami ding nag-aabang sa live kasi maraming nag-PPM sa akin if I'm still training, I'm still doing a training, or if I am still doing a mock demo lesson. So that's why dito na lang ako sa sa YouTube live para marami talagang maka-join. Kasi if ever sa Skype ako mag-training, I can only have 10 tutors or 10 teachers as a maximum. Kasi parang para hindi maano yung quality of training ko. Kasi kapag marami na, sobrang crowded na. So parang hindi ko na ma-focus yung ano ko talaga, yung goal ko na makatulong sa inyo kasi ang dami nyo na, ang crowded nyo na. So that's why there's only 10. And naaawa ako doon sa iba kasi hindi sila maka-join kasi pang 11 na sila or pang 12 na sila na tutors. So that's why I decided na dito na lang ako sa YouTube. Mag-live na lang ako para maraming maka-join. Okay? And sa Zoom naman kasi, okay yung quality doon even if you are parang 10 person and above. But the only thing is 40 minutes lang yung free ano nila, yung before ka magsa-subscribe, 'di ba? Kasi may bayad yung subscription and ang mahal besh ng subscription. So yung free ano lang nila, yung free Zoom meeting is only good for 40 minutes. And kukulangin talaga yung 40 minutes sa training ng mock demo lesson. So that's why I decided dito sa YouTube. Okay? So again, let's just wait for others and comment present. I cannot call your name kasi hindi ko naman alam kung sino magjo-join, but I wanted to know, gusto ko kayong makilala. And please let me know how can I help you even more. Ano ba yung mga gusto nyong content ko pa sa ating YouTube para baka naman makatulong ako, 'di ba? So again, disclaimer lang ha, hindi ako expert kasi baka merong magsasabi na nagmamagaling lang ganon. So as much as possible, I really don't want hate or negative comments. But kaya magde-disclaimer ako. So disclaimer lang para sa lahat. Hindi ako expert. Hindi rin ako parang very master sa mga ganitong bagay. But I am willing to share what I have learned based on my experience. Okay? So I hope klaro yan sa inyo. All right? So, we have here, hi Teacher Jill, watching from Cebu. Teach Sheila. Hello, Teach Sheila. Good evening. So, please take care kasi nasa Cebu ka, 'di ba? So, I think Cebu lang yung ano talaga dito, yung naka-enhance community quarantine pa. So, keep safe, Teach Sheila. Stay at home. Let's just be an online tutor para stay at home lang talaga tayo. All right. Next is Teach Patricia, present. Oh, hello, present. Good job. You're not late. Okay, so let's just wait for others ha kasi ano pa naman, 8, 9 pa naman. So usually talaga, ang binibigay ko na grace period is 10 to 15 minutes for the other tutors to join. Kasi baka kumakain pa sila or nag-aalaga pa ng mga bata, ganon. So, by the way, for those who are watching right now, please follow my Facebook page. I actually have a Facebook page. Active ako doon. Hindi nga lang ako masyadong active sa Messenger kasi ang daming nag-PPM. So that's why I posted it in my Facebook page kung ano yung mga updates, kung ano yung mga updates sa ENGOO na dapat yung malaman or kahit hindi sa ENGOO but generally more on online teaching or online tutoring. Okay? So, I really wanted to help not just the ENGOO aspiring tutors but all aspiring tutors. especially doon sa mga first timers, mga beginners, kasi I really know how it feels, yung kaba, ramdam na ramdam ko yan kasi ganyan din ako dati. Walang experience, walang nagtuturo kung paano ba to, paano ba yan. Ang swerte nga lang ngayon sa generation ngayon kasi in just one search sa YouTube, marami ka na agad makikitang resources. Unlike before, kasi I started talaga when I was 18 years old. So I was college that time. Um, hindi pa uso yung YouTube before. Siguro uso na pero ako hindi lang siguro ako masyadong ano talaga sa YouTube. Pero parang ang online teaching before kasi hindi pa siya masyadong ano talaga known or parang popular unlike ngayon or compared ngayon na grabe talaga yung in demand or grabe talaga yung demand ng online tutoring or online teacher. So laban lang tayo hanggang sa makaland tayo ng job or matanggap tayo ng ESL company na gusto natin. Okay? But even if hindi mo naman gusto yung ESL company, but yan yung nagbibigay sa'yo ng panghanap buhay, ganon. So, i-love na lang din natin kasi hindi naman lahat makakapagtrabaho, di ba? So, let's count our blessings. Alright. So, meron pa tayo, Teach Shira. Yay, thank you. Hello, Teach. Thank you for joining with me tonight. So, let's start at 8:15. Okay? So, kahit pa ano, hindi makakita yung iba. Anyway, marireplay naman to after the live. So, ang gagawin natin ngayon, uulitin ko lang, I will show you or I will share my screen kasi may ipapakita akong video training sa inyo. So, before kasi, sa mga hindi pa nakakaalam, I conduct talaga group class and one-on-one special class. So special class kasi one-on-one training and yung isa group class which is maximum of 10 tutors or 10 person. So para yon sa lahat ng mga ENGOO aspiring tutors or sa lahat ng mga tutors na may schedule sa kanilang training sa ENGOO. So, pero ngayon kasi sobrang busy ko na, parang hindi ko na ma-facilitate yung special class and group class. So that's why I'm doing this YouTube live. And ano pa ba? So, yun lang. Please let me know kung ENGOO aspiring tutor ba kayo or hindi kayo nakaabot sa hiring ng ENGOO or if you are looking for another ESL companies, ganon. Para naman malaman ko on how can I help you para makaisip din ako ng content. Kasi balak ko din mag YouTube live regarding on how to be an online tutor. Parang step-by-step guide. Starting from the equipments, next is how to prepare yourself or kumbaga self-preparation. And ano pa ba? I will also give you a list of ESL companies na pwede nyong pagtrabahuan or pwede kayong mag-apply doon. And yun, how to pass an online interview, how to pass a demo lesson. So lahat yun. Plano ko, ipapalabas siya by next week. So please follow my page na lang para maging updated kayo sa future future uploads or future live natin. Okay? So by the way, just for the information of everyone, ang ENGOO, nag-freeze po ang hiring nila. Okay? So for the meantime, nag-freeze pa po siya. Hindi po namin alam kung kailan siya mag-o-open ulit or mag-a-accept ng applicants ulit. Kasi for now, parang nagwo-workout sila dun sa mga tutors na nakapasa sa initial step pa lang. Like, andun na sa training step. So, kung hindi ka nakaabot, okay lang yan. Marami pa namang ESL companies. Huwag kayong mag-alala kasi balak kong mag-YouTube live regarding sa mga list of ESL companies na nag-hiring even or parang tumatanggap ng mga tutors even if wala kayong experience. Kasi alam ko, marami talaga sa atin ngayon ang walang experience, mga first-timers pa, mga beginners pa. So, gusto ko makatulong sa mga online tutors na baguhan pa lang sa ESL world. All right? So now it's already 8:16. So, ayun na. Promise ko sa inyo kanina 8:15 lang, 'di ba? So, okay. So, suggestion ko lang, before we start with, or before I'll play the training video, please prepare pen and paper. Okay? So I really suggest this pati na rin sa mga trainings ko on one-on-one class or group class. Pinapa-prepare ko talaga sila ng pen and paper. So I'll give you time. Okay, kumuha ka ng ball pen and paper or notebook para makapag-take note ka sa mga important details. Alright? Kasi gusto ko makasunod talaga kayo. And I know naman sobrang busy nyo, but you choose to be here. You choose to join with me tonight. So I really appreciate that. Salamat po. Promise ko, hindi ko sasayangin yung oras nyo. I promise that at the end of this training or presentation, you will really learn. Alright? So please get pen and paper, prepare kayo. Kasi this will be a 25-minute video. Okay? So, wala siyang break. So, that's why mataas-taas talaga. Mahaba talaga yung video natin, 25-minute video. So, please, prepare pen and paper. Okay? Kagaya ko, until now, meron pa akong pen and notebook talaga para makapag-take note din ako kung ano ba yung mga nakalimutan kong sabihin. So, yon. Alright, so are you ready? Please comment ready. Ready para pag may nakita kong comment para makapag-start na tayo. Dapat ready kayo ha. Andyan na yung pen and paper nyo para hindi nyo talaga makalimutan yung lesson natin. Para din ako nagtuturo nito ah. Okay, students. Please get 1/4, 1/2 teacher. All right. Okay. So, sa mga newcomers natin dyan, mag-comment naman kayo ha. Say present. Okay, wait lang. All right. Okay, so let's start. Mag-share screen ako. Okay, just one moment. Okay, ayan. So get ready. A minute from now, mag-play na yung video, okay? Enjoy! Okay, so wait lang ha kasi parang wala kayong marinig na audio, no? Kasi ako wala akong marinig eh. So I doubt if meron din kayong marinig na audio. Okay, may question tayo dito. Entertain ka po ng question later. Yes, teach. After sa presentation ng video natin. Mag-entertain ako ng questions. So, ayan, ready na kayo. Pero ewan ko anong nangyayari dito sa ating audio. Yun nga, 'di ba? Walang audio, 'di ba? Akala ko sa akin lang. So, pati rin pala sa inyo. So, wait lang ha. Let me check. Anong problema dito? Bakit hindi ito share ng audio? Pero yung video, nakikita nyo, di ba? But yung audio lang talaga, hindi siya marinig, no? Ba't kaya ganun? Ba't kaya ganun? Okay, one moment. Is my tutor name and hello, teachers. Welcome to our training and mock demo lesson. This is for all ENGOO aspiring tutor. So at the end of this training, you will be able to learn about the things to check before your actual demo lesson. You will also learn about the tips on how to pass a demo lesson. And also, you will learn the class flow or the lesson flow that you will use during your actual demo lesson. And last, you will become confident in your actual demo lesson. So first, let me introduce myself. I will be your trainer or coach for today. My referral code is my tutor name and tutor ID. This will be asked when you pass your actual demo lesson. So my tutor name is Jill or JIL. My tutor ID is P1312. So as you can see, that is my tutor's profile. So I started here in ENGOO when I was 18 years old. So that was 2016. And I am here for almost 4 months or 5 months, almost half a year. I stopped because I graduated in college and went to Cebu to work as a customer service representative. So I was working as a customer service representative for almost 4 years, and now I went back home here in our province. And after that one, I get back on working as an online tutor, and I found the company again. Before, this was called Bibo, but now it's already named as ENGOO. So I'm really happy that this company embraces me again and welcomed me again. So it's really a great opportunity, especially this time that we are facing a pandemic, a global pandemic. So I hope and I really prayed that you will be one of the newly hired ENGOO tutor. I want you to experience the advantages and the benefits that I am also getting here in this company. So now let us start for the things to check before your actual demo lesson. First is you should check your background. Your background should be plain. It's not necessary to have a colored white background, just plain background. Number two, have a good and stable internet connection. So again, prepaid Wi-Fi connection is not accepted here in ENGOO. It should be postpaid and LAN connection. Number three, it should have a quiet environment. So make sure that during your training, your environment should be quiet. There will be no unnecessary noise like barking of dogs, chicken sound, and vehicles passing by. And next is you should wear your professional or business attire on the top. And lastly is to check yourself. Are you ready? Are you prepared? That is why you have this kind of training and mock demo lesson for you to be fully prepared and fully equipped on your actual demo lesson. Okay, next. These are the very basic demo lesson tips, but it's the most important. Number one, wear a smile and have an eye contact. So always have a good vibes or always have a pleasant smile whenever you enter the lesson page or whenever you conduct a lesson with your student. It creates a friendly atmosphere and a good vibes atmosphere. Number two, be lively and show that you are confident. So have a good energy, and your energy should be consistent from the start until in the middle and at the end of your lesson. And third is use TPR or total physical response, like hand gestures, body movements. So that's also very important. That will catch the attention of your student. And lastly is you should speak slowly and clearly, but take note that your level of pacing should also based on the level of your student. If your student is a kid, then you should of course speak slowly. Adjust also your level of teaching. But if your student is a high school student, a university student, or an adult, then there's no need to adjust your level of pacing. Because since it's an adult, then you can talk normally. But still, check their level if they are a beginner, if they are intermediate, or they are advanced level. Now, I will discuss to you the class flow. So please remember that these class flow should be in order or the ordering of this class flow is fixed. This should not be interchanged. So now, what you just need to change in this class flow is the script or the spills. You can shorten the script, you can rephrase the script, as long as the thought is there. So, first part of the class flow is greeting part. But before you do the greeting part, you need to check your students' request before you begin your class. So later on, I will show you the example of students' request. Okay, now let's start with a greeting. So please call the students on time. Do not be late. We only have a 5-minute grace period, but still, since you will do your actual demo lesson, please do not be late. Remember, first impressions last. Okay? So when you are calling the student, smile. Loosen up yourself. Loosen up a bit. Okay? Don't be too hard. Don't be too stiff. Smile genuinely. And start your spiel. Hello, my name is Jill, and I'll be your online tutor for today. How do you want me to call you? Okay, read it with enthusiasm and energy. Okay, and the student will answer with his name. So you can say, nice to meet you. For example, the student's name is Yuki. So you can say, nice to meet you, Yuki-san. So remember to always put san at the end of the name of the Japanese student. Okay? Next is the audio and video check. So you, as an online tutor, you should keep your webcam on all throughout the class. That is a mandatory, except if you really have experienced any troubles in turning on your camera. But since we are talking here during your actual demo lesson, so please make sure that your camera is working fine. So now, here are the suggested spills. Before we begin our lesson, I would just like to check a few things. Can you hear me clearly? Alright, how about my video? Can you see me well? Oh, I noticed that your webcam is not on. Would you like to share your video with me today? So, teachers, please be reminded during your actual demo lesson, the evaluator's camera is turned off. Because then again, they are not a real student. They are just pretending to be a student. So that's why their camera is off. So just assume that they are a real student. So you can say, oh, no problem, maybe next time. So let's continue with our class. Okay, now this is an example of a student's request. So this is for your eyes only. There's no need to say, okay, your sample student's request is lesson style, original material, self-introduction, blah, 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 and so on. You don't need to read this word by word because you will have a suggested spells later after this one. Now, let's have the introduction. So, remember, after the audio and video check, you will have the introduction. So, first, it is mandatory to introduce yourself as a tutor first before your student's introduction. So, the tutor will start with a brief introduction. Avoid mentioning or asking any personal information like any sensitive topics like religious, gender, race, political views, or any or like status, or any unnecessary or any sensitive topics. Okay, so remember that your introduction will have a duration of 4 to 5 seconds to a minute. So now this is your suggested script. Since this is our first class together, let's get to know each other, okay? Again, my name is Jill. I am from Philippines. I worked as an online tutor. And during my free time, I like to eat, I like to sleep, and I also like watching movies. How about you, Yuki-san? Can you share something about yourself? Okay, after that one, it will be your student's turn. So please listen attentively and ask at least 2 to 3 follow up questions related to their hobbies or interest. Next part is the consultation. So please make sure to confirm all the details provided in the student's request during consultation. So this is where the student's request is very much needed. So you can say, I saw here in your student's request that you would like to use original materials. So as you can see here before, look at the lesson style. It's original materials, right? And for the self-introduction, the student wants to have an introduction before the lesson starts. And for correction, I want the tutor to proactively correct my mistakes. And for the special remarks, please type my mistakes. So again, this is for your eyes only. It is not necessary to read it word by word because in the consultation part, this is where you can use your student's request. So again, let us start. I saw here on your student's request that you would like to use original materials. Would you like to use it today or would you like to do something else? So if the student requests to continue, then there's no need to send the link because I already have the material. Remember that when you go to the lesson page, what you can see on your end is what also the student can see on his or her end. Okay? So now you can say, I can also see here that you would like me to proactively correct your mistake and type your mistake. Is that right? Yes. Okay, then that's great. You go directly to the direct instruction and guided practice. So this is the proper lesson. So in the proper lesson, in the materials, you will be able to see the teacher's note. It is highlighted with red letters, so, or red colors. So the teacher's note is only available and it can only be seen by a teacher or by a tutor. The student don't have an option to view the teacher's note. And also, the answer keys is only available for the tutors. It is not available for the students. So now, if the student requested to have a free conversation, then these we have here 6 tips on how to conduct a free conversation. Number 1, please choose a topic that your student is interested in based on their introduction and discussion. So, your topic or your questions should be based on the introduction of the student. Remember his or her hobbies or interests. Number 2, ask follow up questions. So, in order for your class to be conducted, you need to ask follow up questions that is, again, related to their hobbies or interest. Number 3, since this is a free conversation, please avoid dead air or awkward silence. Number 4, make the student talk more. Follow the 70 over 30 rule. Number 5, listen attentively, especially if your student is talking, so that you will be able to know what would be your next question. Number 6, respond appropriately. So, for you to communicate with your student well, you need to be attentive, listen attentively, and of course, respond appropriately. Okay, now let's have the last part of the class flow. This is ending the class. So you will be given a minute to wrap up everything before the lesson ends. So ending the class consists of 3 parts. Number 1 is wrapping up, number 2 is giving feedback, and number 3 is saying goodbye. So for me, again, the spiel and the script can be shortened, can be rephrased as long as the thought is there. So I will give you my best practices, and this is my script. So you can use this on your actual demo lesson. So here we go. Oh, it seems like we only have a minute left before our lesson ends. Do you have any question, Yuki-san? No. Okay, so that's great. By the way, for today's lesson, we talk about Are You a Chatterbox? And you did very well in reading the vocabulary, in reading the article, and in answering the questions. Keep it up, okay? You can improve more by watching English movies, reading English books, and listening to English music, okay? Again, thank you so much, Yuki-san, and I really enjoyed my lesson with you. Thank you and have a great day. I hope to see you again. Goodbye. Okay, so that is how I end my class. Again, you can use my spiel for your own actual demo lesson. So now, I will show you how I conduct my class. Please pay attention with my TPR, with my energy, with my accent, and the way I handle the class. Before you begin, make sure that you have properly fixed yourself. You have a pleasant face and you dress up properly. You should be on a quiet environment, plain background, and good lighting. Also, make sure that your full head and chest level can be seen on the camera, and you should be at the center. Look at the camera and smile. Be confident. Hi, my name is Jill, and I will be your online tutor for today. How would you like me to call you? My name is Yuki. Oh, hello, Yuki san. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. All right. Before we begin, I would like to check a few things. Can you hear me clearly? Yes. Oh, how about my video? Can you see me well? Yes. Oh, that's great. So now, since this is our first class together, let's get to know each other better. Is that okay? Okay. All right. So my name is Jill and I am from the Philippines. I worked as an online tutor And during my free time, I like to eat. I also like to sleep and watch movies. How about you, Yuki-san? Can you share something?
My name is Yuki. I am 16 years old. I live in Tokyo. I like to play badminton
Oh, that's nice. How often do you play badminton?
every weekend.
Wow. And who do you play with?
My father.
Wow, that's nice. Okay, so now are you ready for our lesson today?
Yes.
All right, so I can see here that you would like to use the original materials conversation, and the title is Are You a Chatterbox? Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, great. I can also see here that you want me to proactively correct your mistake and type your mistake in the chat box. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So now let us start. Our lesson for today is all about Are you a chatterbox? Can you please repeat?
Are you a chatterbox?
Good. So let's start with exercise 1. Let's have listen and repeat. First word we have interrupt.
Interrupt.
To stop something from happening for a short period of time.
To stop something from happening for a short period of time.
Very good. All right, we have an example. I don't like to be interrupted in the middle of the conversation. Your turn.
I don't like to be interrupted in the middle of the conversation.
Oh, that's a nice try, Yuki-san. But can you please repeat this word again? Say like. Like. Look at my mouth. Like.
Like.
Very good. How about this one? Middle. Look at my mouth. Middle.
Middle.
Oh, very good. Good job. So now let's have the article. But before we go to exercise 2, do you have any questions?
No, it's okay.
Very good. So let's start with exercise 2. Let's read the article. Again, I will read the paragraph and you repeat after me. Okay?
Okay, let's say that you only have a minute left before you end your class. So this is what you'll do.
Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off, Yuki-san, but as much as I would love to continue our lesson, but we only have a minute left before we end our class. Do you have any questions?
No.
Oh, that's great. So now our topic is all about Are you a chatterbox? And you did very well in reading the vocabularies, in reading the article, and in answering the questions. So, to improve more, you can read English books, you can watch English movies, and you can listen to English music, okay? So again, Yuki-san, thank you so much for booking my class. I really have fun and I hope to see you again. Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, just a quick reminders. There will be two demo lesson, one with material and one with free conversation. Each demo lesson has different evaluators and will be conducted on a different time, but on the same day. It will also last for 15 minutes each. Whether you finish the lesson or not, you really need to end at 15 minutes. Make sure you have a timer because there is no timer in the lesson page. Your evaluator is Japanese or Filipino. It depends on them on to what kind of level of students will they pretend. Please have a neutral accent, and there should be no Filipino or local accent that can be heard throughout your demo lesson. And lastly, before your training, make sure you have submitted the speed test that they require. Your trainer will send an email reminder with the Zoom link 24 hours before your training schedule. And please click on that Zoom link 30 minutes before your training will start. You should be on a standby mode and wait for your trainer to enter the Zoom meeting. So that's all. Thank you.
Alright! So, yun. Okay. So, if you have any questions, please mag-comment kayo para naman maano natin yan, masolusyonan yung mga tanong nyo. So, I really hope may naano kayo dun ha, may nakuha kayong ideas, may nakuha kayong ano talaga, mga tips para ma-apply nyo rin pag kayo na yung nasa actual demo class talaga. Okay? But, okay, while nanood kasi ako kanina, and by the way, I just want to correct ha, may corrections tayo dito. Ngayon, yung ENGOO, they are already they are already accepting prepaid as long as with LAN cable. Okay? Kasi noon, hindi talaga sila tumatanggap ng mga prepaid. But ngayon, okay na yung prepaid as long as meron lang talagang LAN connection. Okay? So, sa lahat ng mga may balak mag-apply dyan, for now, hindi pa pwedeng mag-apply kasi nga freeze hiring, but in the future, once open na yung hiring nila and then your connection is prepaid pa rin, that's okay as long as may LAN connection lang. Alright? And ano pa? Okay, yung pinakita ko kanina na video on how the demo lesson should look like, ano yon? Demo lesson with material yon. Kasi may sinusunod akong material or may ginagamit kaming material, di ba? Pero, hindi ko napakita sa inyo yung video regarding sa free talk, 'di ba? So sa Ingo kasi may dalawang demo lesson na dapat mong ipasa. First is yung demo lesson with material, and second is a demo lesson na free conversation lang or free talk lang. Okay? So mostly talaga na-fail yung mga tutors pagdating sa free talk or free conversation. Especially doon sa mga first timers, mga beginners. Kasi nga 'di ba ang hirap mag-isip ng topic, ang hirap mag-isip ng kung ano yung dapat yung pag-usapan, yung ma-enjoy yung evaluator or yung student nyo. So, alam ko, kinakabahan din kayo pagdating sa free talk or free conversation. Pero okay lang yan. If you have any questions, please let me know. Or if you want me to do a demo dito sa live ngayon. Pero ang hirap kasi kapag walang parang walang nag-a-act as a student. Ang hirap. So, ano na lang siguro, yung mga questions niyo lang. Pero yung tip ko pagdating sa free talk, just really, focus on the lesson or on the topic na gusto niyong pag-usapan. And dun ka humugot sa mga magtanong ka regarding sa kanyang mga 'di ba mag-i-introduce yung student and then he or she will say any hobbies or interests, 'di ba? So, you need to be attentive sa hobbies and interests niya kasi doon ka huhugot ng mga questions mo sa kanya. Kasi dapat ang topic nyo sa free talk or free conversation is yung makaka-relate kayong dalawa. Hindi yung ikaw lang nakaka-relate or yung evaluator lang yung nakaka-relate tsaka ikaw hindi. So paano ka makapagtanong? Hindi ka makarelate sa kanyang topic or sa kanyang hobbies or interests, 'di ba? So again, you need to be attentive. Just for example, if ang hobby or interest niya is traveling. So nag-mention siya like I like to travel, I like to play badminton, ganun. So doon ka humugot sa kanyang hobbies or kasi kung gusto mo din mag-travel, then sabihin mo sa kanya, niya, oh, I also like to travel. Where have you been to? So, dun ka humugot ng mga tanong, and then kung ano yung sagot niya, magtanong ka rin based sa kanyang sagot. So, ganun yun. But again, do not forget that you also need to correct the student. Kasi yung iba, ito yung pinaka-tricky part pagdating sa free talk or free conversation. Kasi we tend to think na, free talk lang to, parang question and answer portion lang to. Pero hindi natin naisip na we also need to, evaluate the student's answer. So, for example, ang sagot ng student is, I go to Hong Kong and Macau last year. So, yun yung sagot niya. Kasi tinanong mo, oh, where have you been? So, he answered, I go to Hong Kong and Macau last year. And then, syempre, ikaw, nag-isip ka na naman ng iba pang tanong. Okay, what did you do in Hong Kong and Macau? So, di ba, what did you miss? You missed to correct the student because it should be I went, hindi yung I go. So, 'di ba? Wag nating isipin na tanong lang tayo ng tanong. We also need to evaluate the student's answer. Kung sakto ba yung sentence construction niya, kung sakto ba yung grammar niya, yung mga linking verb na ginagamit niya, yung pronunciation niya, yung sentence construction niya talaga, kompleto ba yung sentence niya when he or she answered your question. So yun, dapat mo yun i-evaluate. So when he answered, I go to Hong Kong and Macau last year, of course, you need to correct the student. And when you correct the student, please let him or her finish what he or she is saying first. Okay? Patapusin mo muna siya kung ano yung sinasabi niya bago ka mag-interrupt. Alright? So, sabihin mo sa kanya, of course, when you correct the student, you need to acknowledge first yung sagot niya. Like, oh, wow, I also love to go to Hong Kong. That's also my dream place. Mga ganon, mga drama, mga char-char. And then, after you acknowledge the student's answer, that's the time you correct. For example, you can say, oh, that's a nice try. I also love to go to Hong Kong, but it's better to say, I went to Hong Kong last year. We should change the go to went because it already happened last year. Okay? So, ganon ka dapat mag-correct ng student. It should be positive scripting. Huwag mo siyang biglain na, oh, that's wrong. That's not correct. You did wrong grammar, ganon. So, wag mo siyang biglain naman. So, kasi napaka-negative ng impact kapag ganon. So, make sure na you correct him or her in a positive way or positive scripting. Alright? So, yun lang for me sa free talk. And then, ano pa ba yung reminders ko dito? So, yun nga, alam ko parang naninibago pa kayo sa scripting or sa lesson flow niya. But anyway, don't worry kasi i-upload ko yung lesson flow or lesson guide sa Facebook page ko. So please mag-follow kayo. Andyan yung link sa comment section. Mag-follow kayo para updated kayo sa mga happenings natin. Okay? So now, I'll be answering questions. Okay. So we have here, ano to, wait lang. Okay, shout out ko muna to. Chris Michael Abaw. Hello! Hello! So this is my college friend. Thank you! Very supportive, oy. Next is Teach Gina. Wow, ang galing po. Pero noon, hindi talaga ako masyadong magaling. Until now, hindi naman talaga ako masyadong magaling. Meron pa rin naman akong mga kulang or mga dapat pang pag-aralan. Michael. Wash hands, wash hands. Okay. Teach Shira. Okay. Okay lang po hindi maubos yung lesson if talagang nagtagal kayo sa students sa isang part ng lesson. Yes, teach. So, yung demo lesson pala, 15 minutes each ha. So, 15 minutes sa free talk and then 15 minutes then sa demo lesson with material. So, if ever nagtagal kayo sa exercise 1 or exercise 1, and then nakita mo na 14 minutes na hindi pa kayo nag-move on sa exercise 2. So that's totally okay. Hindi talaga siya necessary na dapat in 15 minutes matapos mo lahat yung lesson. Hindi po. It's okay na hanggang exercise 2 lang kayo, exercise 1 lang kayo. Kasi hindi natin alam, maraming questions yung students, di ba? So, okay lang teach. That's not a problem. Alright? And then, by the way ha, just a reminder, wala pong timer dun sa kung saan kayo magka-class ng student mo. Wala pong timer dun. So, ang gawin nyo, mag-alarm kayo sa phones nyo. Dapat 14 minutes, hindi siya 15 minutes. Kasi 'di ba yung 1 minute na pang 15th minute, dapat yun yung closing spiel mo or yung ending the class spiel mo, 'di ba? So dapat 14 minutes lang, yung 1 minute na natira is yun na yung closing spiel mo. And mind you, there are a lot of there are some evaluators na parang sinasadya nila na mag ano talaga, parang magsalita ng magsalita kapag nakita nilang 13 minutes na, 14 minutes na, parang they tend to distract you. Para hindi mo maisip yung oras, kung ano ng oras, ganon. So, ang tip ko talaga, mag-alarm kayo para hindi kayo madala dun sa mga sinasabi ng mga evaluators nyo. Kasi marami talagang parang nagdi-distract sa inyo para hindi kayo makaisip ng time. So, yun nga, be very time conscious talaga pagdating sa demo lesson. You should not end the class too soon or too early. And also, you should not end the class too late. Dapat yung sakto talaga. 15 minutes is 15 minutes. Siguro okay lang yung mga 15 minutes and 3 seconds or 5 seconds. That's understandable. Pero pag dumating na siya sa 15 minutes and mga 10 seconds, ganun. So, parang late na yon, parang pinaka-late na yon na pag-end ng class. So, baka minus points na yon. So, yun lang. Ano pa? Meron pa ba kayong mga tanong? Chris Michael, I can act as student. Wow. Ayoko sa'yo. Kasi alam ko, pahihirapan mo ako. But anyway, so, yun ha. I would just like to remind you na yung ibang ENGOO evaluators, parang they tend to filter the tutors talaga kung hanggang saan ang kaya nito. Meron talagang mga evaluators na napaka-cold ng treatment, yung parang hindi masyadong talkative, parang not easy to deal with. Merong mga ganong klaseng evaluators. But let us just remember na tinitest lang kayo niyan, or yun nga, parang china-challenge lang kayo kung hanggang saan yung kaya nyo, or on how you can cope up with that kind of situation. So I hope hindi kayo ma-discourage and hindi kayo ma-intimidate sa ganong klaseng personality ng evaluators nyo. Kasi in reality, hindi naman sila ganyan. It's just that that is their characteristic or personality na pinapakita during sa actual demo lesson. Kasi nga, gusto nila kayong i-challenge on how you can cope up that kind of lesson, that kind of class, or that kind of environment. So, yun, ang tip ko sa inyo, huwag kayong magpadala sa ganong klaseng mga evaluators. Just focus on the lesson. Be cheerful talaga. Be lively. Yung energy nyo dapat consistent. Hindi yung sa umpisa lang ang taas ng energy, tas pagdating sa lesson, parang nawawala na ng gana or parang hindi consistent yung energy. So, yun talaga. Have a consistency in your energy. All right? Marami akong mga trainees before na ang status nila is retraining. So by the way, yung retraining means that you attended the training, you did the 2 demo lesson with material and demo lesson with free talk or free conversation. But you failed one of the demo lesson. Kasi dalawa yun, di ba? So, maging retraining yung status nyo if ever na failed ka ng isang demo lesson. So, for example, na-failed ka dun sa free talk. So, your status would be retraining. Pero, if na-failed ka sa dalawang demo lesson, your status would be failed talaga. So, it means that you will go back or you can apply back 6 months 6 months after na from the date of your training. And then when you come back or when you apply back, you need to undergo the first step na naman. So go back to the first step sa application process. All right? So again, mas better na yung retraining siguro kaysa sa failed talaga, 'di ba? Pero yung problem lang sa retraining is makapag-retraining ka ulit after 1 month pa. So, matagal-tagal pa yung hihintayin mong time, 'di ba? So, parang um, meron pang mga 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 month after, tsaka ka makapag-book ulit sa training. So, if kapag retraining ka, you will undergo the training again. And you will do the demo lesson again. So, yun yung retraining. Pero again, mas okay lang yon kaysa sa failed talaga. Alright? And also, by the way, meron din naman tayong evaluators na super cool. Yung chill lang, yung feeling mo tinutulungan ka na makapasa ka. So, merong mga ganong klaseng evaluators, yung madaldal, yung cooperative talaga. So, swerte ka kung matimingan ka ng ganong klaseng evaluator kasi of course, parang parang magaan din yung loob mo kapag ganun. Pero if kagaya ko na yung evaluator ko before, sobrang cold ng treatment talaga. Na parang one question, one answer lang. Yung parang nape-pressure ka kasi ang strong ng personality. So ako, ang iniisip ko, hindi talaga ako nagpadala sa kanyang mood na parang one question, one answer lang. So ang ginagawa ko is, I'm still, talaga, very cheerful, very lively. Kasi yung iba kasing tutors, ang tendency is, during the greeting part, like very active. Hi, very energetic, di ba? Tas pag nalaman nila na yung evaluators are pala, yung parang, I'm okay. All right. Okay, good. Do you have any questions? No. So 'di ba parang one question, one answer lang. Parang nawawalan ka din ng gana magturo kasi parang feeling mo, parang hindi ako gusto ng student na to or parang hindi ako gusto ng evaluator na to. So if ganyan, nawawalan ka din ng gana, nawawalan ka din ng energy para magturo. So parang sinasabi mo na rin sa evaluator na hindi mo kaya ang ganong klasing atmosphere during the class. So, yun, ang tip ko, huwag kayong magpadala sa ganung klaseng personality ng evaluator nyo. Kasi again, china-challenge lang kayo niyan kung kaya nyo ba ang ganyang klaseng personality or characteristic ng student. Okay? So, any questions pa? If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. This is the best time for you to ask. I'm also thinking na gawin ko na lang to every night sa mga hindi pa nakasali for tonight's session. So, pwede pa ulit bukas. And then, if gusto nyo rin manood pa para maka-catch up pa rin kayo or para masanay kayo or mahasa kayo sa para pagdating nyo sa actual demo lesson is ano na talaga kayo, maging confident na kayo. So, you can join again. Okay? So, I think I'm gonna be doing this from Mondays to Fridays every night, 8 p.m. So, I hope attend pa rin kayo para talaga ma-master nyo. Okay? Next, okay, we have a question here. Hi, Teach, tinatapos po ba talaga ni evaluator yung allotted time for demo? Um, Depende sa evaluator mo, Teach. Merong evaluators na parang they voluntarily say na to stop na. But there are also some evaluators na tapusin mo talaga yung 15 minutes. So, if walang instructions na i-shorten nyo lang, so meaning na dapat 15 minutes talaga, you will do the lesson. And be careful ha, kasi um, merong mga tutors na nalilate during their demo lesson time. Kasi after your training, your trainer will send you a schedule kung kailan yung demo lesson mo with material and kailan yung demo lesson mo with free conversation. So please take note mo talaga yung time kung kailan yung schedule mo, kasi, and also, check your connection, your internet connection, if stable ba siya. Kasi, if you have any troubles with internet connection, and then, na timing pa na parang malapit na yung time mo for your demo, automatic ka na retraining yung status mo. So, marami akong mga trainees na ganyan yung nangyayari, kaya sila retraining kasi sa internet connection, sa headset nila, hindi raw marinig ng evaluators, or yung link na sinend ng trainer kung saan kayo magkaklase, hindi ma-open, ganun. So, mga technical problems or mga technical issues, that's also one of the reasons kung bakit ka mag-retraining yung status mo. So please, yung mga internet connection natin dyan, yung mga laptop natin dyan, yung mga desktop natin dyan, dapat updated lahat yan. Kasi baka mag-update yan on the time of your training. So, mag-GG tayo niyan. And ang hirap pa naman ngayon makapag-book ng training, di ba? So, mahirap pa ba? Wala pa bang schedule or wala pa bang availability? Kasi sa mga nakikita ko sa mga posts ng ibang tutors, parang meron namang nag-open ng mga available schedules, 'di ba? So I hope naka-book na kayo. Sa mga hindi pa, abang-abang lang din muna. Kasi in reality naman talaga, inuuna naman talaga kayo ng ENGOO, yung mga naghihintay pa lang ng mga schedule nila for their training. Kaya nga sila nag-stop ng hiring or nag-freeze yung hiring nila for that reason, para mas matutukan nila yung mga tutors na pang step 2 na or yung pa-training na, para ma-accommodate nila kayo lahat. Kasi nga sa dami ng nag-a-apply. So that's why, if mag-apply man kayo ngayon, even if nag-freeze hiring sila, makaka-receive pa rin kayo ng email from ENGOO na they will accommodate you or parang they will entertain you after a month. So parang ganun siya. Okay? So ano pa ba? Meron pa ba tayong mga questions dyan? Again ha, this is the right time for you to ask any questions. Kaysa naman doon na kayo sa actual demo lesson. And meron din ako na-receive ng mga feedback from my trainees na merong ibang trainer doon sa ENGOO na parang minamadali nila yung training, ganon. So parang hindi nila masyadong naiintindihan yung training. And part of the training is yung lesson flow or yung class flow na pinapakita ko kanina. So, ipapakita rin yun ng ng trainer nyo during your training. But then again, swerte kayo kasi andito kayo ngayon sa ating live session. Mas una nyong nakita yung lesson flow, which is yun yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. So at least pagdating nyo sa schedule nyo for your training, at least na kayo, parang review nyo na lang yon. Advance kayo, mas advance kayo kaysa sa ibang applicants. Okay? So I also have one feedback from my trainee. Recently lang, I think this week or last week. Sabi niya sa akin na, "Hello teach, I'm very happy talaga and very thankful sa iyo kasi out of ilan nga sila? 7 siguro. Out of 7, dalawa lang sila natanggap and isa siya doon sa natanggap." So, parang sabi niya talaga sa akin na grabe yung pag-filter ng ENGOO talaga ngayon sa mga sa mga nag-a-apply ng tutors. Kasi before parang maluwag lang sila, pero ngayon nakita nila yung talaga yung demand ng um yung parang ang massive ng hiring or yung ang massive ng mga applicants na uma-apply sa sa ENGOO. So kaya fini-filter nila masyado talaga kung sino ba talaga yung dapat tanggapin nila, yung karapat-dapat talaga. So that's why alam ko yung mga first timers, mga beginners diyan, ang hirap talaga. Mahirap talaga. Even if you have an experience, I know mahirap pa din, especially sa class flow or sa lesson flow kasi each ESL companies, alam ko iba't iba ang flow na sinusunod, 'di ba? Iba't iba yung guide or yung script. So, dito sa ENGOO, iba din. Dun sa ibang ESL companies, iba din yung script nila or yung flow ng lesson class nila. So, ang hirap mag-adjust. That is why you really need to familiarize with the lesson flow or class flow. Kasi yun talaga yung way of teaching ng ENGOO. And remember, yung class flow pala, just a reminder ha, yung class flow na pinapakita ko kanina, ano yun ha, that should be in order. That should be fixed. Hindi yun dapat magkabaliktad-baliktad. So, if nauna yung greeting part, yun talaga yung una. Pangalawa is yung audio and video check. Pangatlo is yung introduction, and then consultation. So, dapat sunod-sunod talaga yun. Hindi yan pwede magkabaliktad-baliktad. Alright? So, now, okay, let's see if meron tayong okay, meron pa tayong question dito. Okay. Yung simple, from Teach Shira. So, yung simple words po, parang mas mahirap pag di talaga marunong mag-English yung student. Yes. So, anyway, based on my observation during sa actual demo lesson nyo, mostly the evaluators will will pretend like they are an adult talaga. Parang bihira lang yung nagpe-pretend na bata or high school, junior high school student. Parang rare lang yon. So mostly talaga adult talaga sila. And minsan nga mas feeling mo mas magaling pa sa'yo. So yun yung mga evaluators natin sa ENGOO. But yung tanong mo, if ever yung student talaga, if you will be hired in ENGOO or if you will be hired in other ESL companies, and then parang it's hard to explain the simple word, even if yan na yung pinakasimpleng na talaga, simpleng word, ang hirap mag-explain. So, ang tip ko dyan, you can send photos or pictures. Kasi kapag mahirap siyang i-explain into words, then at least show to the student a picture kung ano yung ibig mong sabihin sa explanations mo. So, just show him a picture. Ganun yung yung ginagawa ko na pang-alternate. So, instead of explaining to the student na, okay, this word means blah, 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 blah. So, and then yung student parang, I still don't understand. So, parang ganon. So, send a picture na lang. You can search it in Google naman eh, 'di ba? So, you can send a picture para mas makita niya or ma-visualize niya na, okay, I get it. Parang ganon. Alright? Next, Teach Shire, another question. Okay. Nag-apply ako noon ng isang Chinese company, then I failed kasi pace daw ng talking ko madali kasi nag-think ako sa time kaya na-rattle ako. Minadali ko. Ayan. So, yun nga, adjust your level of pacing talaga. Yung level of pacing, yung the way you talk, do not talk too fast, do not talk too slow. Pero, ang ko talaga dyan is, i-adjust mo yung level of pacing mo sa level ng student mo. Okay? So, merong mga adults, even if adults na sila, pero yung level nila is beginner pa rin. Yung parang first timer pa rin sa English, 'di ba? So even if they are adults but their level is beginner, so you need to slower down your pacing, yung level of pacing mo kasi nga nag-a-adjust pa rin sila, 'di ba? But if your student is adult and then yung level niya is intermediate or advanced, so of course, yung pagsasalita mo dapat ano, parang normal na pagsasalita, hindi yung parang pangbata, 'di ba? Pero yung sa'yo, minadali mo yung pagsasalita mo kasi nakita mo yung time na parang malapit na. So yan, lesson learned. O yan. So meron tayong na-learn ngayon from Teach Shira. So you really need to check the time, be time conscious para ma-manage mo yung time mo. And also, if feeling mo marami ka pang gustong sabihin and then nakita mo yung time na hala parang 15 minutes na or parang mga 20 seconds na lang mag-e-end na yung 15 minutes or yung demo lesson mo. So, i-shortcut mo na lang. You go straight forward sa kung ano talaga ang ano mo gusto mong sabihin. Wag nang masyadong ano pa mga flowery words. Straight to the point na lang para hindi ka abutan ng oras. Okay? Alright. So far, ito pa yung last question na andito sa ano ko, comment section ko. So if you still have any other question, please mag-ask kayo. Especially dyan sa mga first-timers na nanonood, mga beginners, mag-ask kayo. Kasi if I were you, I would really take advantage sa mga ganitong session. Kasi ang hirap especially kapag wala ka talagang experience. Yung parang, ano bang gagawin ko? Anong sasabihin ko? Ano bang mga dapat kong i-prepare sa sarili ko or sa background ko? Ganun. But most importantly talaga wag talaga kayong malate. Even sa training nyo. Okay, so for example, dito kasi sa ENGOO, yung trainer magsisend sila ng training reminder 24 hours before your training, before your training date. So, meron silang i-send na link ng Zoom kung kailan dun kayo a-attend ng training nyo. So if ever hindi kayo nakapag-click ng link sa Zoom na sinend ng trainer nyo, kasi you should need to click on that link 30 minutes before your training time. So for example, 9 a.m. yung training mo. And then 8:30 dapat nakaabang ka na sa Zoom ng link or na-click mo na yung link ng Zoom. Kasi kapag hindi, the trainer will kick you out. And if the trainer is there, tas ikaw, wala ka pa dun sa Zoom meeting, the trainer will not allow you to enter the meeting. Okay? So that's why, mas mabuti na yung advance ka or yung parang mas nauna ka pa sa trainer mo kaysa sa ikaw yung malate. Alright? Ano pa? Do you still have any other question? And by the way gagawin na lang natin to every night. So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Para sa mga hindi nakapanood dito ngayon or yung hindi pa nakita yung post ko, at least meron pa silang time to make a bawi. And of course, if sa mga nanonood ngayon, if gusto nyo pang mag-refresher ulit or mag-join ulit, then you are still welcome. Kasi before, marami akong trainees din na teach malayo pa yung training schedule ko. So, can I join ulit sa group class? Mag-observe lang ako. So, parang ganun. Ganun yung mga ano nila, yung mga technique nila para ma-refresher din sila or ma-refresh yung mind nila para talaga ma-remember nila yung dapat nilang gawin during their actual demo lesson. Okay? So, anyway, if you don't have any questions, then mag-i-invite na lang ako Please follow my Facebook page because again, andun yung mga post ko para maging updated din kayo sa mga live sessions natin. And also, meron din pala tayong Facebook group page. Okay, so ang title is ENGOO Aspiring Tutors. So, I hope mag-join din kayo doon kasi doon din ako, magpo-post din ako doon ng mga updates. Alright? So, next week, ang plano ko is magshi-share ako, magla-live pa rin tayo. Magshi-share ako sa inyo on the step-by-step guide on how to become an online tutor. So if ever you failed here in ENGOO, at least you will become better pa sa ibang ESL companies. Okay? And if you are thinking of applying sa other ESL companies, then you can still join sa ating session next week. So, next week, siguro wala muna tayong training or hindi ko alam paano hindi ko alam paano i-join itong kasi dapat mag tayo ng step by step guide sa online tutor and how to become an online tutor. At the same time, gusto ko din mag-training para sa mga online tutors na gusto matuto sa demo lesson. So, siguro i-insert ko na lang to para ah, parang doble yung agenda natin every night. Okay? So I hope you will still be there hanggang sa makahanap kayo ng ESL company that really suits your qualification. Okay? Okay, ano pa ba? Alright. Paano yung short, clear instruction? Ano ibig sabihin mo, teach? By the way ha, sa demo lesson pala sa ENGOO, yung mga materials natin, meron na siyang teacher's instructions ha. So, meaning, merong makikita mo doon kung ano yung mga instructions na dapat mong i-provide sa student. So, for example, listen and repeat lang. So, yun lang din yung sabihin mo sa student. Okay, so for exercise 1, let's have listen and repeat. So, ganun siya. And also, may mga answer keys. Kasi, for example, question number 1, A, B, or C. Ganon. Then, you as a tutor, meron kang view sa mga answer keys, kung anong tamang sagot doon. But the student, wala silang view kung anong letters or ano bang mga tamang sagot doon. Alright? So, ikaw lang as a tutor. And, okay, I think Teach Shira is referring sa tanong mo kanina, no? Gusto nila yung maintindihan nila yung hindi mataas instruction. Gusto nila yung maintindihan nila yung hindi mataas instruction. Yeah, meron talagang mga students na ganyan, yung parang straightforward na mga instructions dapat. So, kagaya dito sa ENGOO, yung instructions talaga parang mataas pa siya, like let the student, parang ganito, teacher's note. So, kapag nakita mo yung teacher's note, meaning, yan yung instructions mo na ipo-provide mo sa student mo. So, dito sa ENGOO, yung teacher's note, you read the word and let the student repeat each vocabulary. So, ganon. Ganon yung teacher's note. So, ikaw, as a tutor, you need to evaluate the instruction na paano ko ba to sasabihin sa student ko na madali lang niyang maintindihan. So, kapag nabasa mo yon, of course, you can think of, okay, so sasabihin ko na lang yung listen and repeat. Kasi nga, di ba, mas madali. Like, kaysa naman sabihin mo na, okay, I will read the words, the sentences, and the examples, and then you repeat after me, okay? So, parang ang haba na. So, why not shorten it, rephrase the sentences, but as long as the thought is there. So, just like listen and repeat. So, di ba, hindi mo na necessary sabihin pa na, okay, I will read the word, the vocabulary, the sentences, the examples, and you repeat after me. Ano na lang, diretsohang, instruction. Like, okay, for exercise 1, let's have listen and repeat. Ganon. So, evaluate mo muna yung instructions. But anyway, Teach, thank you for that question. Anyway, iba't iba naman tayo ng strategy sa ating 'di ba, sa ating lesson or sa ating classes. Depende rin 'yan kung saan ka comfortable, kung ano yung mga preference ng student mo, depende rin talaga 'yan. But mostly talaga yung mga bata ang hirap bigyan ng instructions kasi nga parang ang hirap pa mag-catch up
para sa kanila sa mga words, lalo na kapag mataas yung mga instructions. Ang hirap para sa bata na mag-catch up sa mga ganong klaseng instructions, yung mga matataas or mahabang instructions. So that is why, as a tutor, we need to simplify our sentences, our instructions, and then use simple words. Yung hindi complex na mga words, yung hindi jargon, yung hindi mahirap intindihin. Yung mga common words lang. Kasi um, kapag nagsalita ka ng mga words na parang bago sa student or parang hindi common words, hindi popular na mga words, so mahihirapan talaga ang student nun. Okay? So, ano pa ba? Yun nga. Anyway, pwede nyo naman to ma-replay. But, siguro i-check ko muna if pwede ba siyang ma-replay. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and for um, asking questions. So magi-end tayo what time? If wala na kayong mga tanong. So wala na bang mga tanong? So far, ito yung last comment na nakikita ko dito sa akin. Sometimes kasi parang delayed yung YouTube, especially sa live streaming. So if ever wala na kayong mga tanong, that's the time we will end our live session. And then, see you tomorrow ulit. Same time, 8 p.m. Okay? Wag, wag din kayong malate. Kasi baka may mga announcement tayo, ganun. Okay. So by the way, earlier yung video na pinapakita ko sa inyo, just a disclaimer lang ha. Ako lang din yung nagpe-pretend as a student. Hindi yon real student talaga. Okay? Kasi baka isipin ng iba na, hala, baka real student yun. Hindi yan pwede, blah, 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 ganon. May mga, ano na naman tayo, marireceive ng mga feedback, mga negative messages or comments. So, disclaimer lang, hindi po yon totoong student. Ako lang din yon nagpe-pretend as a student. Okay? Ganun. So, wala na tayong mga questions dyan. So again, sa mga hindi nakaabot or sa mga nakaabot like in the middle part na sa ating live, mag-join kayo ulit tomorrow at 8 p.m. And please don't be late na, okay? And prepare pen and paper or notebook para makapag-take note kayo kasi meron tayong lesson flow na ipapakita, okay? So at least ma-take note niyo yung mga important details, mga importanteng information para makapag-practice kayo. Anyway, sa group class ko and sa special class ko, gumagawa kasi ako ng mock demo lesson talaga. Yung parang ako yung evaluator or ako yung student, and then yung mga nag-attend ng training ko, sila yung tutors. And then, after our demo lesson, magbibigay ako ng feedback or magpo-provide ako ng feedback sa kanila kung ano yung dapat nyo pang i-practice or mga dapat pang i-improve, ganon. Or ano yung mga good points nila or mga strength nila para ma-maintain nila. So, yun yung ginagawa ko during the training. Pero dito kasi, YouTube sa live session natin, parang ang hirap kasi yun gawin kasi nga gusto ko kasi may mag-a-act as a student, and then hindi ko pa alam kung paano gamitin itong live stream kung saan makapag-invite ako ng ng online tutor na pwedeng mag-try ng mock demo lesson, and yung pwedeng siyang ma-publicize yung feedback ko. Kasi nga 'di ba, merong mga tutors, mga online tutors na gusto nila na sa kanila ko lang sasabihin yung feedback ko. So if ever merong mag-volunteer diyan na online tutor na gusto siyang maging student,
and gusto niya na ma-publicize din yung feedback ko, para naman makita sa lahat talaga kung ano ba yung dapat gawin, gano'n. Kasi iba rin talaga yung ano, 'di ba? Iba yung meron talaga kayong interaction or meron talagang ginagawang mock demo lesson kaysa sa nakikinig ka lang, 'di ba? Kasi ako, mas gusto ko rin yung ano yung may interaction talaga kaysa yung nakikinig lang ako, gano'n. Pero of course, meron naman din tayong mga na-learn if nakikinig lang tayo. Pero mas maganda kasi yung may interaction talaga. But anyway, if hindi natin yun magawa, so let's just have this kind of Q&A na lang, question and answer. Alright? So, the time is 9:30. Do you still have any questions, teachers? Kasi if wala, then we can end this live session. Okay, so again, just a reminder for everyone to please follow my Facebook page so that you will be updated with my uploads, live sessions natin, or yung mga new uploads ko dito sa YouTube video natin. And of course, please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification dito sa YouTube channel ko para din ma-notify kayo if ever meron tayong mga live sessions, Q&A, live, and mga new uploads ko. Alright? And you can also join naman sa ating Facebook group page. So, dun sa group page namin, nagtutulungan din kami doon. Okay? And meron din akong kakilala na pwedeng maka-assist regarding the tax. Kasi marami din namang nagtatanong sa tax, sa mga BIR, chuchu, blah, blah, blah. And ako talaga, to be honest, wala talaga ako masyadong alam pagdating dyan sa mga tax, sa mga BIR form, ano yung dapat fill upan, ano yung mga COR, SD, ganon. So, hindi talaga ako, hindi talaga ako expert sa mga ganyan. So, that's why, I'm glad na meron din akong nahanap na online tutor din siya. At the same time, she's also assisting tutors na gustong kumuha ng BIR form, blah, 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 yung magpapa-assist regarding tax-related concern. So, meron din akong kakilala. So, if gusto niyo siyang, if gusto niyong malaman, you can PM me or you can join the Facebook page kasi Facebook group page kasi andun din siya. All right? So thank you so much for all the tutors or online aspiring tutors. If ever na-hire ka man or hindi ka pa na-hired or may demo lesson ka man, upcoming demo lesson mo or upcoming interview mo. So I wish you, I really pray na makahanap kayo talaga ng trabaho kasi naman pandemic ngayon, ang daming nangangailangan ng trabaho. So this is my little way of helping you, reaching you out para makaland talaga kayo ng job, ng online tutor kasi yan yung talagang in demand ngayon. So, yun lang. Tulungan tayo dito. Tulungan tayo paangat. Okay? So, again, this presentation, I shared it to you para para ma-apply nyo din sa inyo. Hindi rin ito magiging effective tong live session natin, yung present ko sa inyo na video, if ever you yourself, you're not also helping yourself. So, parang dapat meron din kayong, parang teamwork to. It's a cooperation between me and you para maging successful talaga. Okay? So again, thank you so much, teachers, for watching. If you don't have any questions, then please mag-comment kayo. No question, everything is clear. Thank you, yung mga ganon. Okay, para malaman ko talaga na wala kayong questions. And then, see you again tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Okay. And you can also, by the way, suggest or give me some recommendations kung ano pa yung dapat i-gawin nating live session or ano pa yung dapat topic natin na makakatulong din sa inyo. Okay? And I will try my very best to really give content talaga sa mga recommendations or suggestions nyo. All right? Okay, so I think wala nang mga questions dyan. So it's already 9:35. So thank you so much, teachers, for watching. Again, please don't forget to follow my Facebook page, to join my group page, ENGOO Aspiring Tutors, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification button para ma-updated kayo sa ating live sessions and new uploads. Okay? Again, thank you so much for watching and have a good night. Sleep well. Bye bye. God bless.